Tomography. So you've seen two instruments now that offer tomographic functions. And you have seen this slide twice in the last two presentations. And you may wonder, what's this big white area in the middle? It looks like something is missing there. And ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely proud to announce that tonight we're going to fill this gap, and we're going to fill it with radar. Ground penetration radar, or GPR, is a technology where you transmit radar waves into the concrete. Once they hit an object, they bounce back, and what you do is essentially measure the time of flight from the time you send the signal until the instrument receives it back. And if you do this on a continuous basis, you can produce these yellow curves around objects, and from the shape of the curve, you can then determine what type of objects you have found. GPR inspection objectives, very similar to some of the other instruments: as-built verification, integrity assessment, and hit prevention. Why do we still also need radar? Well, it's a little bit like in the medical world. If you go to the hospital, you need X-ray, you need CT scans, you need ultrasonic, and depending on the application you have, the one or other technology is more suitable. Now, when Proceq started to look into GPR, we were actually shocked. We were shocked on the many pain points this GPR industry is currently suffering from. We have done shadowing exercises on sites with customers who use radar products. We have been talking to customers, and we have identified so many issues that needed a solution. So the first pain point we observed is that current radar instruments have limited detection capabilities. Despite the fact that in the marketing packages of the existing solutions you read about the superior detection quality, the reality is more like the picture behind me, where the green objects you could detect, but all the stuff in red could not be seen. So limited detection was the first pain point we wanted to address. Second pain point, difficult to use. And once again, if you read marketing documents of existing solutions, everyone talks about intuitiveness. Everyone talks about ease of use, but the reality is existing GPR solutions are extremely difficult to use, are cumbersome to use, complicated menus, settings, and not to talk about interpreting the images. 99% of the audience here would not be able to interpret these black and white image. For your information, the wave on top, that's a rebar, and the wave on the bottom right, that's a duct, and the points there on the left, that's actually nothing, that's just noise. So current solutions are so difficult and complicated to use. So that's pain point number 2. Pain point number 3, time-consuming operations. We were shocked when we went out to the field and saw that it needed 2, 3, 4 technicians to operate a GPR unit. There were cables and interface boxes and more cables and more boxes and scanners and screens. It was a mess and a complete horror show. So pain point number 3, time-consuming operation. Now, how did we address these pain points as Proceq? To look at the limited detection capability of these instruments, you need to understand a little bit how GPR works. Current solutions typically offer 1 frequency per instrument. And if you have a high frequency, you get a good resolution in the near field, meaning you see small objects, but only very close to the surface of the concrete. Now, at the other end of the spectrum, if you have a low frequency, you can penetrate deeper into the concrete, but you need large objects that you can see them. And then there are solutions in between, which are a compromise in the one or the other direction. Now there we were at Proceq. Because being a total solution provider, it was not an option for us to say, oh, we're only going to come up with one scanner, and leaving then our customers at chance how they're going to detect all what they want to detect. And as Proceq, our ambition was to say, okay, if we do GPR, we need to provide the complete spectrum. 1 gigahertz, 1.6 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz, 2.6 gigahertz. And we also wanted to look below and above these two limits. So there we were, and we needed one solution. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely proud to announce today that we launch one device that contains all the frequencies you ever need for GPR inspection. And it is not a device where you need to switch between the frequency depending on what you want to scan. No, at all the times you have always all the frequency available to you. So when you scan with all the frequencies available, giving you the maximum penetration depths and the maximum resolution if you do scannings. And we call this technology ultra-wideband technology. So we have integrated frequency from 0.2 gigahertz up to 4 gigahertz with a focus on all the relevant frequency that are needed for concrete inspection. Now, what does this mean in the real world? Now, this is a concrete object here, a cross-section, and you have many objects in there. Rebars, ducts, defects, and the back wall. Now, in an ideal world, the image you would love to get back if you do a scan of something like this would look something along these lines, where you clearly see all the objects and nothing is missed out. Now, if you did a benchmarking with other solutions out there, the reality looked more like this. A lot of objects have been missed out on. The instrument was simply blind in large areas of the scan. And it's not only one competitor, it's basically all of them. Here is another example. This one picked up one more object, but once again, it was blind in most of the areas. So for us, it was really a journey comparing existing GPR solutions with black and white photography, and what we wanted to do is 4K television and video streaming. And this is what it looks like with the Proceq GPR Live. And as you see, you can detect all the objects. You see everything. You miss out on nothing anymore because of the ultra-wideband frequency technology. Now, pain point number one, superior detection. We solved it. We solved it with our ultra-wideband technology, and I think you're all eager to see what this product looks like, because you probably think it's going to be large because there's all this frequency embedded in there. And to do the unveiling of the product, I would like to invite Angela onto stage, and she will also talk you through how we solved the difficulty to use. Over to you, Angela.
Thank you, Marcel. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very glad to be the last presenter today. I guess you saved the best for the last. I would like to start with a self-introduction. 大家好，我叫钱静，金钱的钱，进步的进。我来自中国苏州，很高兴见到大家。I just introduced myself in my mother language. I'm Chinese. My name is Qian Jing. Qian is my surname. It means cash. Jing is my first name. It means keep going forward. And these two characters put together mean consistent cash flow. Thank you for my parents. Wherever I go, people check my business card and they say, wow, you're more than welcome. And I know they mean it. I was very impressed by the Proceq vision and the passion of the young management team. So I decided to join Proceq this year, and I'm in charge of the Asian Pacific. I'm very delighted to working here, where I have this great opportunity to experience this fantastic tech and innovation. It is incredible how Proceq has been working on shaping and leading the NDT industry. Today, I'm very honored to be standing here and introduce our truly revolutionary new product, Proceq GPR Live. Proceq GPR Live is a handheld device, Wi-Fi connected with an iOS tablet. For the handheld device, it is a patent design. It is controlled by four-wheel drive, which gives you extra stability when you roll over the test surface. It also has an 8 mm clearance from the ground, so rough test surface is not a problem here. It is also lightweight that allows you have single-hand operation. The handheld device can be Wi-Fi connected with any iOS tablet, and this gives you great flexibility to choose your most suitable size and storage iPad based on your needs. How about our software and interface? During our customer marketing research, our customer said, we want a product easy to use, easy to learn, easy to adapt. And we're very proud to announce the interface of our Proceq GPR Live is just as friendly as a camera. Press one big button, you can enjoy the real-time scan and get a result. As a result of the scan, we have the traditional long-migrated B scan when a hyperbolic emission will present when rebars are detected. You can also switch to heat map, where defects and objects are clearly shown on the 2D imaging. Using the area scan, you can experience the function of time slice. You can slice through different depths and see what does look like on each level. However, all this traditional imaging is not enough for us. We want to deliver an outstanding customer experience to truly help our customer to understand underground structure. And that's how 3D views comes. With this function, we are confident to help our end users to see the underground structure easily and intuitive. In short, or last but not least, as all live products, as you already seen many times, we come with a logbook function. It is a function you can record all the activities associated with measurement. It can be add GPS location, pictures of the objects with written or even voice notes. It provides 100% traceability and extremely useful for reporting. In short, Proceq GPR Live has innovative hardware, advanced software, and user-friendly interface. Marcel, how this beautiful compilation can solve the last pain point?
Well, let's look at this one. Thank you, Angela. So we solved the limited detection capabilities. We solved the non-intuitive existing solutions by introducing intuitive solutions. So what does this mean on the time consumption? You have seen this image before, and I'm not going to talk about this one once again. But there's also other solutions out there that integrate the displays into the device. And at first thought, this looks interesting, but like this picture shows, the screen is always at the wrong location. You measure above your head, you don't see the screen. You measure below your waistline, you once again do not see the screen. And worst of all, you're done with your measurement, then you stand there holding a 3-kilogram box with a tiny little screen on it and try to interpret the data. This really also didn't make any sense to increase productivity. The last element, GPR also has many applications overhead. Standard procedure, set up a scaffolding, go up the scaffolding, do your scanning, come down the scaffolding, move the scaffolding over, go back up again, scan again, and so on and so forth. Once again, extremely time-consuming. How did we solve it with Proceq GPR Live? This is how we solved it. You can attach the tablet with our proprietary connector in any position around the tablet to meet your needs for the particular scan that you have to do. Or the image top right. Because you use a lightweight tablet, you can have it chest mounted, leaving both of your hands free. And lastly, for overhead applications, we have also developed a telescopic rod solution made out of carbon fiber, extremely lightweight, with a multi-degree of freedom head on the top, so you can go overhead and to any corner very easily and without any efforts. This makes Proceq GPR Live truly a one-man operation on site. Obviously, it comes with the live setup, so it's connected. You do not have to go back to the office to do your analysis. You can do all your analysis on site. And you, from the site, can immediately share results, feed it back to the office, bring an expert in the collaboration mode if certain things are not clear. So combining all of this, what does this lead to? This is a small example of a 60 times 60 centimeter measurement consisting of preparation, testing, and reporting. And as you already see from this slide, we are able to improve efficiency by a factor of 5 in terms of time. But as you see on the image at the bottom left, you actually need to multiply that time saving with the number of people that you need to do it. So for Proceq GPR Live, it is a one-man operation. The example at the bottom is a 3-man operation. So the 50 minutes, if you look at cost, you would need to multiply times 3. Now for the solution at the bottom, you cannot do the reporting in the field. You need a desktop software, so you need to drive back to the office. So you would actually also have the driving time to add to the complete picture and to the complete comparison. So overall, probably you have a time saving in the order of magnitude of 10 or 15. So looking at all the pain points, I truly think that Proceq has solved the major pain points and has really revolutionized GPR. And to summarize this great, fantastic new product, we have prepared a short video that we would love to share with you now. Thank you. So, pain points in the industry, how do you solve them? I think you know the answer by now. You solve it with Proceq GPR Live. Now, Angela, I think you're best suited to talk to us about pricing of this fantastic offering.
Because I can bring the consistent cash flow. It is a state-of-art product. Are you excited, maybe also a little anxious for the price? When we analyze and compare the price, from the customer point of view, the total cost of ownership consists of 3 components: initial investment, operation cost, and repair cost. As we just introduced earlier, Proceq GPR Live is able to help our end user significantly reduce labor cost as well as operation time. And these 2 features gives us advantage when we compare our price with competitor. How about the most sensitive part, initial investment? Let's take a look about the competitor offer first. At the market, it costs $2,000 if customer want to run one single frequency per month. The cost for customer to purchase one single frequency is 20,000 Swiss francs. For customer who need multiple frequency, the initial investment will be double, even triple. Proceq, our ambition is to be the market leader of the GPR industry. To achieve this, we offer a disruptive price. If initial investment is a concern for you, starting from 200 Swiss francs per month. You can get hold of one GPR Live and enjoy it full functionality. This is so cost-effective than any of the solutions in the market. Allow me to zoom out to the full price picture. We have grouped our customer into 3 categories. The left-hand side, for the customer who prefer to own the instrument, however with lower budget, they can go for the basic model, and it's only cost less than 10,000 Swiss francs for them. For the customer who have very intensive use of this instrument, who deep concern repair cost and downtime, they can go for the right-hand side, unlimited, which include a lifetime warranty. It is a term you can get a new instrument immediately whenever your existing product have any issue. For the customer who are more flexible for either buy or rent, they can go for the middle Pro. Here, you can own the instrument with less than 17,000 or rent it, as I just mentioned, 200 Swiss francs per month. Overall, it depends on your usage and your budget. Proceq always have a price catered for your needs. It is an offer you cannot refuse. We want to make it a GPR for everyone.
Well, Angela, hold on. I think we should talk about this pricing once again.
Why?
Well, because there is 3 more things we haven't even presented to you yet. Number 1, live wire detection. So each Proceq GPR Live comes with a sophisticated set of sensors that lets you determine if an object you have scanned is an electrical cable that has current on it. This is extremely powerful if you think of coring and drilling operations, so that you not only see the objects, but you also get an indication if one of the object is a cable with live electricity on it. So all the hardware that goes out starting October will have the sensors built in, and we will release the software feature later this year. So this is number 1. Number 2, grid paper. As you have seen, grid paper is a powerful tool to scan a particular area. You basically scan along a coordinate system, and once you're done, you get then the depth slice that lets you see in slices through the concrete, and out of this you can then also generate a 3D image. Now the challenge arises if you would like to mark objects on the concrete that is behind the grid paper. You need to do this if you want to do coring and drilling. You maybe want to mark rebars, objects on the concrete for easy visualization. So today's procedure basically works like this. So you do your scans, you adjust the image, then you start marking reference points and more reference points, and then you start to measure from these reference points to specific locations where you want to mark an object. Now, what if we could get rid of all of this? What if we would not have to do this anymore? And what if we could simply project the scan directly onto the concrete and onto the grid paper? And ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely proud to also introduce with Proceq GPR Live augmented reality. And to illustrate this feature, we have once again prepared a short video that we will show you now. Thank you. I think this is truly revolutionary, and we will obviously not only roll this out for GPR, we will roll it out for all our products that use tomography. Have you seen how easy it is? You just look through your iPad and you have the image projected onto the concrete. You go down, mark your objects, no more coordinate transformation. Absolute revolutionary. And you will also be able to do large areas with this overlay. It's really going to change how industry is going to be working from now onwards. Number 3, and I think, Angela, you should take the people through this. It's actually not a feature, it's an entirely new product. What do you think about it?
Sure. Dear friends, can I have attention for another 2 hours? Not today. Myself, I think we should not unveil too much on this next generation products. But what I can share with you, our R&D team, our product team, is working very hard to enlarge our product portfolio for more applications. We, together with all of you, are committed to continue the journey of leading and shaping the NDT industry.
And you don't even want to reveal if this is an area scanner, array scanner for concrete, or it goes into soil? You don't want to say anything about it?
I want to discuss next year. What do you think?
All right, let's do this next year, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much, Angela, for this fantastic presentation. This concludes Proceq GPR Live, and this concludes the complete product presentation and the many new exciting things that we have announced today.